welcome back to my channel, and today I want to take a moment to talk about the drama that is the Royale community right now. So let's get started. Alright, so if you haven't been on social media that much the last couple of months, you know, you may not know what is going on. So basically, there's been a part of the Royale community that has not been too happy with the developers, and they've been kind of angry at them for a ton of reasons, which have to do with, like, you know, sharing tea and updates and adding new items. It is a bummer that the updates have been coming out, you know, a little later than usual the past year or two, but that is no reason to send all these horrible things to the developers. If you've been on Twitter for a little bit the past few months in the Royale community, you know how bad it is. I'm not going to really get into it because I don't really want to call anybody out, so I'm not going to get into the things that were said, but just know, I mean, you can go and look for yourself, but I just don't even want to get into it. But people have really been really mean to the developers lately about updates not coming out and stuff, but y'all gotta realize the developers have other stuff they're doing besides working on Royale updates. And also, on the note of Royale updates, it takes a long time to make quality updates to games. Like, I don't know if you know how long it takes to make, like, quality stuff. Like, if you go on to Roblox Studio and try to make just, like, a little tiny bit of what the Royale developers make, like, just a little tiny blip of the new school, for say, it's gonna take you a really long time, because you can't just make a whole entire update overnight. Like, that's not how this works. So I feel that, like, people need to realize how long it takes to actually make updates, and when you have to basically be constantly working on updates, it can get really tiring really fast. So I think it's perfectly fine if the developers don't get the updates out on time. I mean, we still get our updates. I think a lot of reason why it's so bad is because a lot of the Royale community is young, you know, kids, young girls who are playing the game, who don't know that you don't speak everything on your mind on the internet. So, I don't know, that's just what I think. Personally, I know there's a lot of people, you know, who aren't, you know, young kids who have been hating on the developers too, but I just don't think this is right. And it hasn't even been just the Royale developers receiving hate. A lot of content creators have been targeted too, which that is just not right. Like, I'm thinking of one right now, MewPie. She's an awesome YouTuber. I would highly recommend to go check her out. She was getting harassed and bullied by people. I don't even know why people are going after content creators, honestly, but she was getting bullied by people on Twitter. So she ended up having to get off of Twitter and stuff because of it. So y'all are so mean. Like, I just don't get it. And I think a lot of people are going after some of the content creators because people think that, you know, since they are popular YouTubers doing content on Royale, they think that they know some insider stuff. Which, trust me, developers don't know a bunch of super top secret things about updates and stuff. Content creators are just normal people like you and me who are just making videos on a game because it's fun, it's entertaining, and stuff like that. So they don't know all the insider information on different updates and things in the community. So y'all's gotta stop hating on content creators because they aren't doing anything. Like, honestly, I'm just so confused though at the whole situation. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me, but I just want to, you know, cover it because it's horrible. And y'all, if you are sending hate to developers, I hope that you can realize to not send hate and realize why everything takes so long and why you know, content creators can't always be sharing tea and why the developers take so long. I just hope that you guys can understand, and please stop sending hate to the developers and content creators out there, because you hating on the developers is not going to make them work faster. If anything, it's going to make them work slower. And now I know a lot of people in the Royale community who think the same way I do and are just thinking that this whole situation is crazy, which I agree. This is just crazy, and I know there's a lot of people who've been reporting these tweets and things like that, which good job. You should report these things, because this is not right. You should be reporting, because some people are saying that this is okay because it's, you know, criticism, and, you know, you need criticism to become better at doing things. Well, no. There's a very, very large difference between constructive criticism and complete harassment and bullying. Like, I don't know. I just don't get how people could think this is okay. So if you do see someone, like, sending, like, horrible stuff, then do report it. Don't fight back, because, as I might have said earlier, you can't fight fire with fire. That just doesn't work. That just makes the problem worse. So don't fight back to these people. You know, all these people hating on the developers. They don't deserve hate either, just as much as the developers don't, even though they are saying these horrible things. They just need to be educated on why things take so long, and overall they just need to be reported so that they can get off the platform. And I know this isn't just on Twitter. I think it's also been happening on, like, Discord and YouTube and other social medias too. So be careful, be watching for it everywhere. And I just hope that anybody here who has been hurting the developers by saying all these horrible things, please stop, because in 5 years from now, nobody's going to care about an update coming out, you know, a little late. Whereas the developers in 5 years are going to remember all these horrible things, and, you know, that's just going to make them discouraged, and they're not going to want to work on the game as much, and that's just creating more problems than it is helping. Like, I just don't get how people can't realize how this is not helping anybody. Like, hating on people never helps anybody. Like, y'all need to chill. So, I just want to say to y'all who are hating, please understand why this takes so long and why updates are so hard to make. And please take some chill pills, take some normal pills, and realize that it's not the end of the world when an update comes out, you know, a little late. Like, okay, and maybe not a little late, even if it comes out weeks late, y'all still need to take some normal pills and realize that there's a lot more behind this than there seems. So thank you all for watching. I hope that this has helped you, and I hope that you were able to, you know, see my point. Now, of course, this is my opinion on the whole thing, so please don't make me your next target, guys. I just hope that y'all can realize the whole thing of the drama in the Royale community right now. So I hope it gets better, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.